Hello everyone, my name is Ajmerdin and this is Information System and Control Audit question paper for November 2018 attempt. And how was it for you everyone? Just let me know through the comment box, because I have also shared a certain kind of quick revision capsule. So whether it was helpful for you before revising, before examination, whether it was helpful, you referred it or not, just let me know through the comment box. Coming to the question paper, the first A part briefly discuss the steps involved in business process design. So they are present process documentation, then you need to propose a documentation for the new process, and then you need to implement the new process. So that was for me the steps involved there. Then it comes to what are the means for achieving network access control. So of course you need to draft a policy for network services, then you need to enforce the path according to it, and then you need to segregate the networks which are going to be there. And because, for example, head office network or the branch office network, then you need to have a network connections and routing control, that whoever is going to access the routing must be there accordingly. And then it comes to security of those network services through firewall and other encryption methods. So first का C part, it includes, it is a generic question I believe, and the second part is what are the supports to the development of the BCM culture. So of course leadership and management are the supports, awareness should be there, skill training must be there, and exercising of the and implementation of plan are the major supports to the development of BCM culture. First ka D, discuss the types of information that can be controlled through SCARF. So of course the auditor might use SCARF as collecting different type of information. For example, application system errors which are there, the logs, statistical samples, system exceptional reports, which usually CBS bank softwares usually gives snapshot, and extended records can be there. Profiling of data can be extracted, and performance of measurement can be done through these through the audit technique which is called as SCARF. Second ka A part is what are the consideration for the importance of understanding and technology. So of course you need to analyze the business processes there, you need to understand the technological architecture which is present in the industry and architecture which is present in the company itself, and then you need to jot down whole networks into a diagram form, and then you need to analyze and study those diagrams which is present there. And you need to have a knowledge of various other authentical sources like email system, hardware computing system, their advantages, their limitations, and then you need to study information technology policies and the current standards which are there in the environment, in the global world which is going on. Second का B part के बारे में बात करें, so GRC process using COVID 5, so major goals and matrices. So of course major goals are to reduce reduction of redundant controls, redundant failure of controls we need to discard from by the use of COVID 5, and we need to improve the timely reporting of regular compliances which are there, legal requirements are there, and dashboard of overall compliance status. And you need to issue a key issue for the senior management on the real-time basis for all those information which are being there because of the COVID 5 itself. Second के C part के बारे में बात करें तो benefits of mobile computing, everyone knows that remote access to work, real-time updation of work, and you can have the corporate knowledge database, you can have access to the corporate services, improved management efficiency. So these are all for me are the benefits of the mobile computing, anywhere anytime access to the knowledge, the information, and handy to carry. These are the things. 3 का A part की बारे में बात करें, so it was cyber frauds. So various type of cyber frauds are phishing, network scanning, virus coding, spam, and including that cracking, hacking are also there, and email forgery are very recent instances where lucky draw coupons are being given through emails, through spamming, and people trapping on those email lottery scams as well. So Coming to B part, third ka B part, what are the objectives of the IT technology? So it was, I believe it was from RTP or from mock test paper, I believe. So the objectives are to recognize, electronic data, electronic data and the storage of the electronic data, then to give a legal recognition to the digital signature for authentication of documents, then to have legal filing of government data, various type of return filing, ROC filings, to give a legal recognition to them. And then it comes to legal recognition of bookkeeping of accounts by bankers or the companies in electronic form. Then third ka C part was describe any 4 ways in which system maintenance can be categorized. So 4 ways, I believe that it must be like schedule maintenance, corrective maintenance, adaptive maintenance. I believe these were the points. Preference, preventive maintenance. So these are the things which usually company used to do in their maintenance, system maintenance program. For example, just as I just said, schedule maintenance, preventive maintenance approaches, adaptive maintenance, corrective maintenance. So I believe these were the kind of maintenance which have been asked in this question. Fourth का A part के बारे में बात करें तो of course this is from the IT Act, of course, so legal definition was to be written there. Fourth का B part was the key management practices that are required for aligning IT strategy with enterprise strategy. So of course you need to understand the enterprise directions which have been given by the top level, and then you need to access you need to access the current environment and its capabilities to perform. Then you need to define the IT capability targets for the organization. Then you need to conduct a gap analysis with the current and targeted environment, means current what you are having and the targeted environment which you wish to have. And then you need to define that strategic plan and the roadmap for that. And then you need to communicate the IT strategy and directions with all the stakeholders of the enterprise. This was, I believe, the correct answer might be. And fourth ka C part, what are the important characteristics of CBIS? So for this, all system which works for a predetermined objective are I can say are termed as computer based information system. And then the way subsystem works and they are interacted, they are called as interaction. So interacting between the system is also a characteristic of CBIS. And then a system has a number of interrelated and interdependent subsystem. For example, if I have a tele ERP, so might be having modules of HR module, or maybe the stores module. So they are interact with each other, and of course they interact with the finance module as well. Broadly saying, in SAP as well, there are different kind of modules which interact with each other. So these are some certain kind of characteristics of CBIS, computer based information system. Then it comes to fifth ka A part, which is state and explain 6 key management practices for assessing and evaluating the the system of internal controls in an enterprise. So I believe the answer must be monitor internal controls. Then you need to perform control self-assessment. You need to identify and report control deficiency. And then you need to plan assurance initiatives. Then define and scope of assurance initiative. Then execute those assurance initiatives. So these were the points which I believe will be there. 5 का C part के बारे में बात करें, what are the characteristics required for good coded applications? Of course, the good coded application must be accurate, must be effective, must be efficient, must be robust, and must be reliable, and must be usable for any purpose, and must be readable as well when it comes to developer programming. And then it comes to the advantages of private and public clouds. So of course, private clouds is improves the service utilization, because you can define your employees, your staff which are going to use the private cloud, so you can have those kind of equipments with you. Then it comes to a high level of security, because the privacy is an issue with the public cloud, and that is tackled by the private cloud. That privacy thing and high level of security is there, because it is internal thing of an organization. When it comes to public cloud, it is affordable, of course, and it is highly available for everyone to use. 6 का A part के बारे में बात करें, so it is what are the factors influencing the organization towards control and audit of computers. So first of all, cost of data loss to the organization is very serious, and then it comes to cost of incorrect decision making due to those incorrect information which might be there, and if control is not present. And then computer can be abused with unauthorized access to the computer system and computer hardware, software, and the personnel can abuse those things, so that cost must be taken care of. So basically this question was to completely depend upon cost of various perspectives like privacy, when it comes to data leakage, and the computer the goodwill loss to the company. So these were the factors which was be written here. Sixth की B part के बारे में बात करें तो it was like list down these issues to be covered in when you are utilizing the services of third party. So this was generic, I believe it was manageable for you. Sixth C part के बाद में C is asynchronous attack. So what is asynchronous attack? So and the substantive threat to the information system. Talking about the second part, subversive threats. So it was like, I believe, wiretapping, piggy banking, and invasive tap, which is a subversive threat. And talking about the asynchronous attacks, so they are the number of transmissions which must wait for clearing and clearing of a line between a data transmitted. So between them, when there is an unauthorized access to the data and they modify and use for themselves, is called as a synchronous attack, because it comes when the synchronization was taking place between the numerous data transmission. So when an attack is going on, it is called as asynchronous data. And seventh question itself was, I believe it was easy for you. So that's it, guys. So I'm sharing a link on the description box in 15-20 minutes where all the suggested answer in proper way will be there. So I will be sharing in your meanwhile, and who knows that while you are viewing this video, you will get to that link. Thank you very much, and all the best for the next examination.